And 3 weeks before he passed away, he went to Jacksonville, Florida, because he was the president of Chuck's People's Radio Network, the former host of this broadcast, the founder of For the People. And he took out a life insurance policy, pretty substantial. And I did not know about it, but he had all his ducks in a row, and it was found out that he had passed away. There was a death certificate. Information got back to the insurance company. We got a letter, and there's 5 of us kids, so I became the executor of the estate, and then we doled it out to all 5 kids, and it was a surprise to us. But what was more of a surprise is learning that he had pre-planned this in just 3 weeks before his death. Imagine if he didn't do it. I mean, forget about the money, but what he wanted. And it turned out he wanted to be cremated. And he had some special requests where he wanted his ashes to be thrown. Some people will say, I don't care, whatever you want to do. But don't we want to kind of have that place where whatever it would make us happy at the end? I mean, you say, well, I'm not going to be around here. Talk about it to your loved ones. Definitely not one of those comforting conversations, but believe me, it'll be peace of mind to your loved ones after you're gone. So write a will, get it done, and maybe you wrote somebody out of your will. You want to write them back in because, you have a good relationship, but you just don't know. Bottom line, when you're going to leave, when you're going to check out, because eventually all of us will, I will, you will, and got to have something on the books. We'll be watching this story of young Charlie Gard and what happens here. I am hoping that he's allowed to come into the States, get the experimental. Modern medicine is incredible. We have some of the best doctors, bar none, over here, and I know that the UK has some great doctors too, but there is some great doctors that have been experimenting on these rare genetic conditions and have had some headway with young children, and the U.S. has some of the best hospitals for children, and we're just hoping that the parents get their way. I'm kind of siding with the parents on this one. I have children, and as a parent too, I mean, I could not just give up on my child, especially if you wished your whole life that you had one, and then you have one, and there they are, and they have this. You don't give up loving them, and that's the problem, in my opinion, with a lot of parents out there. They want to know, well, if there's just something minorly wrong with them, we're just going to abort the kid, if they're missing a finger. I just heard somebody a couple weeks ago, they just have 3 fingers. They say count all your fingers and all your toes. Well, kids are born with Erb's palsy where they can't move their arm a certain way and all sorts of different things like that. But they're human beings. They're human beings. More on the story about Miss Familia, the officer that was killed in an ambush. In her police car. That was all over the news yesterday. Still in the news today. Learned some stuff about it, about the boyfriend. We're going to be talking about that the next half hour, so I want you to tune in if you were going to tune in. And then United Airlines, they're in trouble again. That's unbelievable. Not a big surprise at all. Join the news feed. Weigh in on any of the stuff now at, this is the hashtag, Talk to Keith Allen. Talk to, just T-O, not the number 2, Keith Allen. And you can weigh in, and you can listen to any of our podcasts that off the Twitter feed at any time, and then at forthepeopleshow.com. By the way, there was a listener today, and maybe you're listening right now. He said you should have subscriptions to For the People, because we do have memberships, but we do have subscriptions where you can pay $1 or $2, $5, a month if you'd like to be a For the People member. We never see your credit card information, but you become a monthly supporter if you want to subscribe. And there's a subscribe button at forthepeopleshow.com. And we do have suggested donations. And it puts you on autopilot, and you can cancel at any time, which is cool. Some people are down for $1, some are for $5, whatever works. It all adds up. Appreciate that. It keeps us on the air, keeps us going, and that's really, really cool. But you can also weigh in on any of the subject matter and suggest, this is your show, where you can suggest anything that you want to talk about. And not to say that we're going to talk about anything or everything, but a lot of times we get emails in from all over the country about certain stories, because we can't read every newspaper. We read about all the ones that we're given right now and then online, but we do a lot of research, but we like your research too, so it is your show, and it's called For the People, and we appreciate you tuning in each and every day. Knowledge is power, my friends, and what you do with that power, it's up to you, but we suggest you share it at your water cooler, because common sense is lacking in so many different places, and you can feel empowered yourself each and every day and feel a little bit more intelligent, because this is what we like to call intelligent conversation. And we do call out the lunacy of the liberal left every day from a conservative point of view. So if you're new to the broadcast, and some of you are, we appreciate so much you sharing the show. And if you like the show, do that on Facebook or on your social media on Twitter. You can kind of retweet things that you like. Tweet. We're going to have to get a tweet sound. I know, we got to make a big deal out of it for what we told the next week about Twitter, and you might hear some promos about it, but share it, won't you? Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.